Hello
everybody.
Today we will explain about effective note making.
Yeah, before we explain about that, we will introduce ourselves. My name is Muhammad Syakir.
And I'm Lalu Ahmad Rofi.
My name is Felicius Octavianus Bowen.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there are 5 points we're going to explain in this video. First thing is making effective notes. The second is about taking notes to Slack. The third is about taking notes to understand. The fourth is taking notes to remember. And the last thing is summary. Effective note-making skills enable you to select information you need from written sources quickly and efficiently. This guide shows you how to make clear and well-organized notes that are useful for every aspect of study. Making effective notes. In order to make the maximum use of your time and effort, you must be clear as to why you are to make notes. Having a clear focus cuts out unnecessary note-taking time and enables you to produce well-organized notes. There are three main reasons for note-taking are to select, to understand, and the last thing is to remember. This guide introduces the different note-taking skills that can be used for each of these three purposes. Okay, let me explain you about the first thing, taking notes to Slack. When you are making notes for an essay, report, or seminar paper, you will need to understand Slack information. Use your essay title or question to provide the focus for your note-taking. You can then select your information according to its direct relevance to this title or questions. Always make sure that a text is relevant to your needs. Do this by checking the year of publication, actually how up to date is the information, and second is the contents page and index. Are there specific areas devoted to your topic? And the last thing is the introduction or preface. Do they give an overview of the text? And the last but not least is the beginnings and endings of promising chapters. Are the chapters worth reading closely? When you know the text has the information you need, you can begin to make notes. First is begin by recording the details you will need for your reference section. Example is the author, the date, place of publications, and the publishers. The second one is use your own words to check you understand each point. This is an important point and will help you to avoid plagiarizing sources. Check that each point you record is relevant to task in hand. Record the chapter and page number for use in your referencing and so that you can easily retrace your step should you need to check a point in your notes later on. And the last one is take down all quotations in inverted commas with full reference detail. This will allow you to identify and acknowledge other writers' words in your essay or report. Organizing your information. Organizing your notes as you wrote will help you to digest the information quickly. You can also reorganize the notes later to make the information more meaningful to your task. How actually to organizing your information? First one is use main subheadings and numerical lists to organize your needs. Second one is use keywords to summarize each point in the margin. A quick keyword reference is good for taking an overview of your notes. And the last one is use color to categorize points. Make headings stand out and show links between points and ideas.
The second is taking notes to understand. Taking notes whenever you read is a useful aid to understanding the material. Use the following techniques to improve your understanding. Underlining and highlighting. Underlining or highlighting encourages you to identify the most important aspect of the text. This helps to keep you focused and prevent the loss of concentration. The first one, use underlining or highlighting in your own copy of modules, text, or on photocopies, never on borrowed books. And second one, as you read, select what seems to you the central words and phrases that convey the key meaning of the text. For example, you can see a sample paragraph with the key points underlined below. The next is using your own words. Putting the information into your own words actively engages you with the text and gives you a chance to check that you understand the material. The first one, summarize a point in your own words. The second one, use abbreviations when you can, but be sure to still use your own words. And third one, copy technical terms and data for accuracy. And the last one, add your own comments to any questions you record to show their meaning and significance.
Taking notes to remember. At some point in your studies, you may need to select, understand, and remember information. In addition to the technique quiz described above, you can use the following technique quiz to help you recall the content of your notes. Condensed information will help you commit to memory. Using keywords to aid recall. The natural function of the memory are hampered when we try to memorize information in the form of whole phrases or sentence. Use keywords in your notes to make the revision process more efficient and time effective. Select keywords to represent central concept or crucial facts and commit that to memory. And the second one, work with your own personal association to choose a keyword that will trigger your memory. And the third one is begin by using keywords with a few pictures or text, choosing a keyword for each heading and then a keyword for each point under the heading. Test your recall of the information using the trigger of memorized keywords. The last one is practice the method and build up the confidence to use keywords throughout your revision. The next, using color and image. Use color and image to create a strong visual trigger to help you recall information. Categorize and highlight information with color. This will help you to visualize a page of notes in your mind. Use diagrams and pictures to represent information. Choose an image that is humorous or has personal association, as this will be even easier to remember.
The next one is using index cards. Notes are usually recorded on A4 paper and then stored in a weighing binder where they can be easily removed and the page reorganized. When making notes for revision, you can also use index cards to organize key concepts and ideas. There are 3 points of this using index cards. The first one is use the cards to physically divide information into easy to handle bits. For example, 1 key point to each card. The second one is use keywords and color to make the information as visually clear as possible. The third one is use the cards to test your recall, putting to the back of the pile the cards you can easily remember. Repeat the cards that need more concentration. For the example, you can see the picture below.
The next is using diagrams. Using diagrams in your notes can, the first one, help you gather and hold large amount of information on one page. And second one, enable you to create an overview of a large topic or subject area. Third one, help you see links and connection in your notes. Fourth one, provide a powerful end to memory by using the association of word, image, number, color, and spatial awareness. And the last one, attract and hold the interest of the eye or brain. For example, you can see the pictures below. This method of note taking is also useful for planning essays and presentations. For details on how to use this technique, look at the guide Talk Mapping.
The last is summary.
The first one, be clear as to why you are making notes.
The second one is adapt your note-taking style to the text in hand.
The third one, be selective in your note taking and only include the information that is relevant to the current task.
The fourth one is use a simple form of note taking to aid your understanding when you read.
The fifth one is use your own words to write your notes and comment on any quotations you record.
The sixth one, use a variety of methods to organize your note as clearly as possible.
The seventh one, use a variety of association techniques throughout your note for effective recall.
The eighth one is try different ways of presenting your notes, such as index cards, diagrams, or maps.
The last one is rework your notes in different formats, reordering or condensing the material.
And the last but not least, thank you
Very much for your attention.
Bye.